And Johnny, let's move on to the next thing we're talking about. Going from the Spider-Man stuff into DC, we got a first look, a first trailer, a nice 4K trailer, HD 4K, for Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. And how they did this. First off, I want to ask you about the marketing strategy, I'll say, for Warner Bros. So how this worked is before the It movie, It Chapter 2, that came out this weekend, after the trailers were done, after the movie theater, for us, it's Mr. Marcus, who comes on and says, hey, how's it going? Welcome to my theater. Have a good time. Those things. They basically had the title screen come up. Yeah, that's how he sounds in my head, like a goof. I hate those things. His jokes are bad. They're like dad jokes I usually find funny because it's like, oh, they're stupid. His are more stupid. So Marcus, Mr. Marcus.
More stupider.
Yeah, stupider. That puts a nice little bow on it. So Mr. Marcus, if you're watching, I really don't like your intros to movies. But what they did is they had the title screen come up. It looked very much like, ooh, the It movie's starting. Then you see DC and you're like, oh, I didn't know DC did this movie. Boom, Harley Quinn pops the balloons, and it's off to the races with this trailer before the It movie. What are your thoughts on this strategy for Warner Brothers to possibly be doing a fake out before It Chapter 2?
Kind of ruined the fake out when you threw the DC logo in there.
Yeah.
Because you sort of like...
Unless they didn't want to trick you. They just were thinking, oh, well, it's funny to put this in front of
tie it in because it's clowns and clowns.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's like, I would have preferred the fake out. Would have been funny. The one thing my brain is like, you can't pop balloons by hitting them with a hammer.
Yeah, you just push them out of the way.
Exactly.
Here's the other thing that I love about this, and this is what we'll start with. I love her line at the beginning. How she's like, I'm so fucking tired of clowns. Which, first off, by the way, this movie's apparently supposed to be rated R.
Good.
So it's going to be rated R. I'm assuming that F word is not going to get bleeped out.
Was it a movie or TV series?
This is a movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be a movie.
That's right. I forgot.
So the Harley Quinn movie, it's going to be rated R. Even though you might say, but Ricky, when she said fucking, it was a balloon pop that popped in the background when she said it. I think they only did that because of how tricky you have to be with rated R trailers. Now it's like they have to have a red band trailer, and usually we're seeing less of those online because of the whole YouTube and advertisement and the apocalypse. Ooh, it was the apocalypse. That's why we're seeing less of those online, basically, except for the studios. They're like, we don't care. We make enough money. We just want you to see this fucking trailer. So that's the first thing. The second thing, they're apparently distancing Harley Quinn away from the Joker. The whole reason why this is the emancipation of Harley Quinn is, you can see in the trailer, most of it takes place in Amusement Mile, which is Joker headquarters, but you also look and see, like, there's a scene of her at a grocery store. There's a scene of her, or that was a set photo of her at the grocery store.
Yeah.
There's a scene in this with her in the car, which, by the way, if you were asking and you're wondering, that's Bud and Lou next to her. Her two hyenas are going to be fucking in the movie.
Oh, sweet.
Like the ones she had from the animated series are going to be in the movie. And another reason why I feel like they're moving away from the Jared Leto Joker, do you want to know? Two guesses, Johnny. Number one, how much time in footage do you think Jared Leto shot for this movie?
0.
No, he shot 2 hours. About an hour and a half of 2 hours of film. Guess how much of that they're using?
0.
15 minutes. He's basically in the beginning, and then he's supposed to not be in it at all.
Good.
Supposedly, the story is supposed to be this is Harley Quinn breaking away from the Joker and kind of going off on her own. Which will be interesting because she always, like, the thing about Harley Quinn is she's always supposed to go back to the Joker. Mm-hmm. Also, I will say in this, Huntress looks fucking great. Like, seeing her with her little crossbow gun is just phenomenal. You see Black Mask. You see a little bit of Victor Zsasz. I've been talking enough. What do you think about it?
So far looking pretty good. I'm just like screenshotting it in a sense.
Just stop by stop. Ooh,
Yeah,
what do I
so I
see
can,
there?
like,
What do I see there?
See her throw the hammer at the guy's face.
Exactly. And
Like,
it looks,
this is gonna be hardcore
and it looks like,
in the fight scenes.
What's the name of the club? Basically, the people with the masks are, I can't remember their name. They're a certain club from the comics that basically works for Black Mask.
Okay, they're the hyenas.
And then the hyenas are with her in the car.
Yeah.
If you're wondering where Victor Zsasz is, he's the guy with the blonde hair. So if you stop it, where you see Ewan McGregor, the first time we get to see Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, there's a shot of him in the bar. It's a quick one. Him at the bar, and there's a guy with blonde hair behind him. That's going to be Victor Zsasz. Also, Black Canary is behind him. She's going to be kind of the musical artist that she was in
Black
the comics.
Canary?
Yeah, that's going to be Black Canary. And then we also see a little bit of Cassandra Cain, who is the little part of her that we see is right before the guy pulls the machete out, and you see Harley in the background. You see a quick shot of Cassandra Cain kind of hiding in a fun house while they're having their fight. She's like kind of hiding to the side. So is it a lot to work at or a lot to work off of for this trailer? God, no.
No,
they only
really.
gave us 39 seconds, Johnny. But the thing I'm going to ask you, and
then a majority of it wasn't too much to work off of.
Exactly. And the thing I'm going to kind of ask you to kind of, because this will be pretty much a short segment for our podcast.
Yeah.
With this 39 seconds, because the first teaser trailer we saw, I was kind of on the fence of like, well, I kind of need to see more. Does this move the needle? Does this trailer help move the needle at all for you? Are you more excited because of this trailer? Are you less excited? Or are you about the same after seeing this 39 seconds of footage?
I'd say right now I'm about the same, because you said the guy at the bar, like the golden, wearing the blue.
He's got
That's Ian
like
McGregor?
He's got no. So the guy at the bar with the white blonde hair,
Yeah.
that is Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
The Ewan McGregor is right in front of your face then.
Yeah, that's the guy in the blue.
Yeah. So the guy who has the glasses on that goes,
Wow,
woo!
that does not look like
That's Ewan McGregor as Black Mask.
That does not look like him.
And apparently we are going to get, it's not going to be the full mask like we're used to,
Yeah.
but we're going to get kind of like a half Black Mask from him that he will wear. But yeah, that
and
is...
when he does...
Go ahead.
When he does the wooing face...
Which I have stopped on my screen
Same.
right now.
I was looking at it. It looks more like the guy from The Hangover.
Ed Helms? Talking about Ed Helms or Bradley Cooper?
Ed Helms.
Okay, Ed Helms. That's what I thought you were saying. A little bit. I think it's going to be interesting to see, because how his Black Mask is supposed to be is it's supposed to be very... what was I going to say? Supposed to be very like Salvatore, I think was his name, from... Dark Knight Begins or Batman Begins. Batman Begins. Very crime boss mob guy. And the whole reason they're kind of putting into why we can have this movie and not necessarily need Batman is two reasons. Number one, Ben Affleck's not going to make an appearance. He would be the Batman for this because Robert Pattinson's Batman is set in the 90s. Number two, Gotham is so big that it's like, this can be going on while Batman is doing something else. I am on the other side. Of course, I'm the DC guy, so I knew it was going to be like this, where Johnny would be like, oh, maybe a little. I was thinking like, oh, maybe a little excited, maybe the same. I am super hyped for this movie now. More hyped than I was. After the first teaser trailer, I was like, I'm kind of not hyped about it. How much of the Joker's going to be in there? After hearing how much of the Joker is going to be in there, after seeing this, I am super excited to see this movie. And then, it being rated R, I wanted to ask you this question, kind of hypothetical, off the top of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Should DC, if this movie does well and it's a good movie, got to put that kind of sticker right on it, should they think about dipping more into the rated R scene? Like, obviously, you're not going to have Shazam. Well, was Shazam rated R?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like, obviously, you're not going to have Wonder Woman or Shazam rated R. But should they dive more into these where, hey, we're going to tell a story about our villains, and because they're villains, we're going to have it rated R.
As we've discussed time and again, if it fits the character, do it rated R.
Let me see. Shazam was rated...
PG-13, I think, just because of violence.
You're right. PG-13. Wonder Woman was also PG-13?
Again, because of violence, I would think so.
Question mark? Nope, that was the 1975 version. Do you want to know what the 1979 version was rated?
Sure.
PG.
Wow.
How far we have
Ratings
come.
were different, though.
Let's see. What's the other one that just came out recently? Oh,
Aquaman?
But I'm thinking of the one that's coming out that hasn't come out. Joker is also rated R.
Yeah.
So like I think it's Todd Phillips, Joaquin Phoenix is rated R. You've got this one will be rated R. I can't wait to see if DC goes, hey, Marvel, you do your thing with the PGs. We're going to get the older guys. We're going to dive into the rated R films and then have like, oh, hey, it's a Batman film that's PG-13. But we're going to tell these side stories that are very much rated R. I can't wait for this movie now. I didn't think I was going to be excited for this movie. Let us know what you guys obviously think down below in that comment section about what do you think of the trailer? What did we miss from also what I've heard in sources that Black Mask I don't think is even going to be he's going to be like the overarching villain. But I think from what I've heard that it's going to be more of like, because he's the crime boss, we're going to see more of Harley versus Victor Zsasz than we're going to see her versus Black Mask. So maybe they're kind of building with that, with Black Mask being in here. But I can't wait for it, see how it all comes together. Let us know, obviously, what you guys think down below.